Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 10 of our Coordinator Climb series here on Football Coach College Dynasty. Last we left off, we had jumped to our third offensive coordinator spot here at Baylor in the Big 12. And so far, knock on wood, things are going pretty well with one little bump in the road this season. We currently sit 4-2, 3-1 in Big 12 play. We lost the opener to Bama 38-23, and then Houston managed to beat us by 3 a couple weeks ago. But other than that, I think we're doing pretty good. As the offensive coordinator, though, let us look at some statistics here offensively. I think where we excel is continuing drives. Our third down rate, second in the country. We're 56%. We're 23rd in the country in first downs per game. We are first in the country in time of possession. So fundamentally, my offense is doing what I wanted to do and taking their time. We're getting down the field. We're burning clock. Even if we don't have, and it doesn't have red zone statistics, which annoy me, if we're not necessarily converting at the best red zone rate, still doing okay. We only have 2 plays of 40 plus yards this season, only 17, 20 plus. So the deep ball is not really going the way we wanted it to. Certainly early on when we were looking at our quarterback. Running game could still use a bit of work, but counter argument, have you seen my running back room? So offensively, I think we're doing pretty good. Defense is holding up really well. We're struggling against the pass a bit, but doing quite well against the run, which we like to see. Overall, in terms of quarterback, I think I am happy with Lawrence Kirk. He currently has 70% completion percentage, so, that'll play. 11 touchdowns, 4 picks, been sacked 12 times. He has a rushing touchdown as well. I really like Lawrence. He has a cannon for an arm. I just really wish he had gotten any development in the offseason. His arm strength went down. His accuracy and IQ only went up by 1. He didn't get much faster. It was depressing. But I think at the moment, plan is Lawrence is going to be our starting QB for the next 3 seasons, which means he's going to be a 4-year starter at Baylor after picking up about a $2.6 million NIL check from OSU to redshirt a year. Not a bad gig if you can get it. What's also funny is technically with how NIL works in this game, he'd be playing his junior and seniors for free unless he demands more money in the offseason, which is kind of funny. Anyway, so Lawrence is looking good. He's not really my area of concern. My area of concern for the offense is we don't have a great running game. I think Blake Emerson has objectively been our best running back this season. He is averaging 5 yards a carry. But it's been a bit shaky. Bama, 11 carries at 15 yards. Northwestern, 10 carries, 38. He only had 9 carries against Houston. There's just been some games where we haven't been able to establish that running game, and part of that is because I can only take so many 0-yard rushes, ridiculous 1-yard rushes on first down before my head explodes. But in the wide receiver department, I'm chucking the ball to everyone in existence. Alonzo Shepard, obviously, is our lead guy. He has 400 yards already, and we're halfway through the season. That'll play. And then everyone else is pretty much flirting with around, 175 to 200 yards. Really happy with all of that. And so everything is looking good on that front. The touchdowns are spread out. Solomon McFadden has a kick return touchdown. that'll play. In terms of player promises and how they're looking, our promises were Julian Lewis win 5 games, Connor Grace win 6, and Colton Corbett to win 7. Well, we're already 4-2. So as long as we get 3 wins out of our remaining 6 games, all of the player promises will be fulfilled, which we love to see. But let's now discuss our upcoming opponent, our rivals in TCU. They are 6-0 this year. They have yet to lose a game of football. They also have not played a ranked team so far this year. They scheduled Hawaii, Eastern Michigan, and UConn as their non-con, which I think is just one of the saddest non-cons I've ever seen. But they're beaten up pretty well on the Mountain West. Beat Kansas by 21, Oklahoma State by 27, UCF by 7, and just nearly beat Iowa State by 30. So, I mean, they're beating up on the teams they should beat up on. Ranked 11, though? Like, who have you played? 88th in strength schedule. What are we doing here? They have one of, if not the best defenses in the country in terms of opposing points per game. They're number 1. Same thing with sacks, and they're top 3 and top 5 in pretty much every other defensive category. So that is definitely something to be wary of. And our team personally, we have a lot riding on this game. If we beat TCU, we will get not 1, but 2 gold donor checks, which add up to about $9 million, which is a pretty big difference. I mean, that could be the difference of having, say, like a level 5 facilities or a level 6. So, very important that we get that taken care of. So, this is a big game against TCU, one of the best teams in the country. Their D line, very top heavy, but overall insanely strong. Linebacker core has got a few guys, including a Ryan Hollins, who is cracked. Cornerback room is much better than ours. I'm so jealous. And then they got a good trio of safeties up here doing pretty well. So it's not that I'm expecting to lose. I just think we need to pitch a perfect game to beat them. And we haven't really done that as of late. So let's see how it goes against TCU here, kicking off with rivalry week. They're favored by 3 points, and they're on the road. So at a neutral, they'd be favored by about a touchdown. We have 10 recruits visiting, a few offensive guys, a lot of O-linemen, and obviously Jacob Dumas, who I would like to get, but also he'd probably redshirt his first JUCO year, which could probably transfer after that. But a lot of O-linemen that could help us out. We'll see how this goes. TCU wins the toss. They elect to defer. So we will start on the field as we always do. Deep pass, slot outs, let it fly. Incomplete. We're doomed. Bubble screen only gets me 2. Incomplete on smash corners. We punt. Oh boy. There we go. Good stop by the defense. Hold them to a long field goal. Incomplete again. And the discovery we made last episode, early through the season, is that our team running the ball is much better with outside handoffs than we are inside. Make of that what you will. As we convert the 3rd and 3 there. Very nice. Arrington gets a 16. And then back-to-back incompletions followed by a sack destroys that drive. No. Not a great start from our offense. But we do burn them at the 3. No safety. They got the draw. They did a draw at the 1-yard line. That is insanely bold. I respect it quite a bit. Sweep doesn't work. 5-yard scramble, 35. I'm fine with the crow flats. Oh, and Kirk is picked off on the throw. Yeah, that's really good field position that we can't do anything with, and then they get a 39-yard reception. Fair enough. Yep. All right. Down 10-0 early, and our offense has not done anything so far. 3rd and 2, I'm going to pass it. There we go. We get it. Bubble screen, we get sacked. How do you get sacked on a bubble screen? Like, how fast were they coming off the jump? Incomplete on 3rd and 4. I am going to go for it here. I'm going to try Y corner. There we go. Alonzo Shepard gets us the first down. And then back-to-back 1-yard rushes. Fair enough. But we convert the 3rd and 8. Let's go. 3rd and 9. There we go. Alonzo Shepard, 17 yards. And James Arrington runs it in for the touchdown. We are up. Or not up, but we're on the board. Good drive here. Come on, defense. There we go. Strip sack from Ashton Flores. Ben Aggie recovers. Very good. All right. Blake Emerson goes backwards. Sure. Love that. There we go. He gets us the first there, though. Very good, very good, very good. Garrett Weaver getting involved, the new 3rd running back. Man, 3 straight incompletions, nothing there. Field goal. Yeah, Kirk right now is 7 of 19 for just under 70 yards. And TCU drives down the field, but they're sacked. Nothing on 3rd and 14, and they miss the field goal. Okay. Let's see what we can get going offensively here. If we can get into field goal range, it'd be nice. Convert the 3rd and 5. That's big. Okay. Slants. Did not. How dare they nerf my deep passes? There we go. 15-yard pass. We're in long field goal range. Do I dare try running one more play? 15 seconds left, 42 yards. I'm going to try it. I'm going to be ambitious. Send it. Dang. Ran out of time. All right. I mean, maybe he makes it. Maybe Christian doesn't. He's missed a short one, but he's made all the mediums. We'll see if that comes back to haunt me. It probably will. But alas. TCU driving with reckless abandon. And they miss a 33-yard field goal. Their poor kicker. Nothing there for us, though. We punt. And TCU is back in the red zone again. And they get their touchdown. Okay. All right, offense. Sacked on 3rd down. Man. Yeah, our offense has not been able to get going. And our defense is not playing as well as we're used to. So, down by 14. 4th quarter's begun. I actually think I'm going to take chew clock off. Now that I think about it, we're just going to try to drive down the field here. Scrambles for a 0-yard gain and then a 0-yard pass. Very good. Sacked again. There we go. Defense gets a stop. The AI has switched us to up-tempo, which is kind of hilarious. There we go. Verticals. Kind of a success. at the 10. Yeah, field goal here does not help us in the slightest. There we go. Alonzo Shepard touchdown over the middle. 7-point game, and our defense gets the stop. All right, I'm keeping it on up tempo. Never mind. Kirk sacked in the end zone for the safety. That's probably your ball game unless defense gets a turnover. They allow a 40-yard run. All right. Well, that's that. Yeah, I think the unfortunate scenario where we needed to play a perfect game offensively and just played arguably our worst yet. As Kirk is sacked again. This guy can't catch a break. Yeah. All right. We lose 33-17. I think probably our worst offensive performance. Even worse than Bama, for being honest. Kirk had the turnover. Emerson was terrible. Arrington wasn't much better. We were sacked 7 times, which is insane. I hope there wasn't an O-line injury. Like, Lincoln was targeted 7 times, only had 1 catch. That hurts. Shepard's targeted 16 times. Kirk definitely has a favorite. So, I mean, they missed 2 field goals. They had a turnover. Like, this game could have gone our way, but nothing doing. All right. Well, we lose to TCU, so we drop to 4-3. We do not get the $9 million in donor money, which is rough. Because that's now 3 donor goals that we know we're not hitting. This is very painful. All right. Well, we dropped to 5th in the division because everyone else in this thing is doing very well for themselves. So that is that. In terms of the official visits, we do get a decent amount of points for everyone, but man, it could have been so much more. Yeah, we're 950 ahead of Texas, and they haven't even scheduled a visit. I think we're going to get Dumas, which is good. No commits yet. We're in week 8, which is a little surprising. All right, let's just go through our bye week here, see if UCF is still ranked when we play them. I would like them to be, because it makes our schedule look a bit harder. Yep, they're ranked. Oh, they went up. What poor soul lost and dropped? Arizona. Yeah, or Arizona and Notre Dame lost and dropped. All right. We do have a commit. Is he coming here? Yes. Dawson Shaw, 3-star O lineman. 96-point difference between us and Army. And he is coming here. He has A-plus potential, which is awesome, but yeah, he obviously has a lot of work on, but I've seen a lot worse than mid-60s pass block and strength, so I will take it. All right, we have UCF, who is ranked at 5-2. I don't really know how. They beat Fresno State and Ball State in their non-con. Shut out Cincinnati. Beat a pretty good Kansas State team by 3, and then just blew out Texas Tech. But like, really? This is a ranked schedule? 62nd strength of schedule? I mean, what a week. Yeah, we're 38 for crying out loud. Oh, man. It's annoying that I think if we win that Houston game and then beat BYU, I think we're probably ranked when we face TCU, but so be it. All right, so we're taking on UCF. Let's look at their team a little bit. D-line, I have seen better, but they're putting up really good numbers, including in the sack department. Linebackers don't really scare me. That corner scares me. And they got a good safety room, but their best guy's injured. All right. This could be a little game here. Decent chance of rain in Orlando, Florida. They're favored by 10. Okay. And they have 10 recruits visiting, including a plethora of 4-stars. Good luck on that. All right. I think this is a game where if we win, I'm feeling so much better about our season as a whole. I think if we lose, we're in kind of shaky ground and don't have a lot of margin for error the rest of the way. But we're starting on defense, and the defense gives up a 57-yard pass and then a 16-yard touchdown. Oh, boy. Sweep goes backwards. Guys, I think we're in trouble. There we go. We convert on 2nd and 11. Never punished. Convert the 3rd and 5. Very good. Kirk is sacked, and we punt. Defense gets a stop. Good job, guys. Did I not have 2 clock on then? I guess not. There we go. Play action gets him. Knocking on the door of the red zone here. Only 1 yard. I will kick the field goal. Hopefully our defense doesn't allow another touchdown. There we go. Force the punt. Hitches. There we go. Lincoln gets us 10. We convert on the slants also. Look at us. Garrett Weaver goes backwards. Lovely. And Kirk is sacked on 3rd and 3. Getting sacked on slants is rough. I think that means some linemen just completely lost their protection. They're going for it on 4th and 10, and they got sacked. The free safety blitz got home. They did not want to kick a, 44-yard field goal? Okay. I would have gone for it there. Or I would have just kicked the field goal there and prayed, but I ain't going to complain. We got a minute 22, all 3 timeouts, which is nice. And we're at the 15 already. By Jove. There we go. 2nd and 4th and 9. I'm going to switch to normal for 1 play. There we go. James Arrington runs it in for a touchdown. Extra point is good. They only have 27 seconds, and they run the clock out. And we start with the football. Okay. Looking pretty good against UCF right now. Garrett Weaver, 17 yards. I mean, hey, if he can do good and be a running back of the future, I'm a happy man. Arrington goes backwards. Man. And then Kirk is sacked. But Christian makes the 52-yard field goal. Never punished. Man. He really only misses the short kicks, which is the bane of my existence. 3rd and 4. That, you know what? That's what the defense gets for doing cover 2 on 3rd and 4. 52-yard rush to the outside, and UCF takes the lead with the extra point. And the sweep goes backwards. We punt. If UCF scores a touchdown, we're in trouble. Folks, we're in trouble. Down by 8. Sacked again. Jeez, man. There we go. We convert a 3rd and 14. That's huge. Lawrence Kirk scramble. Very good. Let's run it. 10-yard run. Very good. 3rd and 3. Slants for the touchdown. We are going to go for 2, obviously. Try to tie this game up. And we get it. Solomon McFadden catches it off the hitch. Tie ball game. And defense gets a 3 and out. Okay. Let's see if we can get something going here. 3rd and 1. We're just running it up the middle and praying. Arrington gets me 8. Thank you, sir. And try to burn some clock here, but I don't want to stumble. Sack on 2nd down is rough. Incomplete pass, but the field goal is good. 3-point lead. 6 minutes left. AI loves Engage 8, don't they? They really do. And then they do Engage 8 at the 5, and they just run it to the outside. Okay. Down by 4, so we need to get in the end zone. I'm not blaming my defense on this one, but I'm blaming my defense on this one. Just saying, 54-yard pass to Alonzo Shepard over the middle. They did an all-out blitz. Fair enough. All right, new plan. Chew clock. We're going to run it once. To the 3. Yeah, chew clock is definitely staying on. Run it again. Run it again. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Extra point is good. So UCF has 42 seconds. They do have all timeouts. Why are you blitzing? Why are you blitzing? You idiots. They got down the field and they had a great kickoff return that got into the 50, but they just walked down the field, man. All right, we're going to overtime. Baylor makes the call. It's tails. It's heads. I know. That is tails. Whoops. We start on defense. And UCF gets a touchdown. All right, we need a touchdown. Our defense really has let us down here. It must be said. There we go. We get in. I am going to take the extra point here. If it gets further in, I think I'm going to go for 2. But for now, quick passes are nerfed. No matter. Uh-oh. We have to settle for the field goal. So if UCF gets touchdown, they win. And they do. I mean, I'm not saying that loss is all on our defense, but that loss is all on our defense. We played a beautiful game offensively. And just nothing. I mean, their running back averaged a 1st down a carry. We were up. What was the time? We were up by 3 with 42 seconds left. UCF has a 47-yard kick return, 15-yard pass, 10-yard run, 14-yard run, and then a chip shot field goal. So disappointing from our defense. There have not been many times in this series where I can just lay blame at the game on our defense, but I'm laying that on our defense. Offensively, we didn't have any turnovers. Christian was perfect kicking the ball. Couldn't do it. That's disappointing. That's a game we should have won. That doesn't knock us out of Big 12 Conference Championship contention, but I think we pretty much have to win out now. Yeah. Because now TCU is 6-0. So TCU would have to lose out. We'd have to win out. in order to win the division, which obviously is not happening. So that sucked. I think we should have won that game. Hindsight, in all honesty, hindsight being 2020, and I thought about this at the time, I should have just gone for two when we got that touchdown in overtime, ended on one play, but that's disappointing. Supremely disappointing. I mean, don't get me wrong. This season is probably still going to be a success in that we're going to win 6 games. We're probably going to win 7, which will hopefully be enough to satisfy, all of our player promises. But man, like, that's the one that got away. That's the game that got away. All right, so now we have Mountain West play with New Mexico, 2-6 on the season. They beat Air Force and Colorado State. They've lost to everyone else, though. Not much of a lead up to this. We're favored by 22 points. Got a decent amount of recruits visiting, which is nice. So let's just skip the pleasantries, go out and win this game, move on with our lives. We have the ball at the 2, which is hilarious. 3rd and 3, let's run it. Success. Less successful the next couple runs were. New Mexico's on the board, 7-0, and credit to them, that was a decent drive. 12 plays, 73 yards. I think if more teams did chew clock, like as their tempo, I think you'd see some more interesting results just across the game, but I don't feel like punting. You know what? Maybe I should have. Defense forces the punt anyway. We're okay. We're okay. Never punished. Get the conversion. Verticals there was a choice. It's fine. All right, I'm done with the RPOs. We punt. Our offense went from being spectacular against UCF to just unable to do anything here. But a good drive now, and then 3 straight incompletions. Oh boy. I mean, we're going up tempo. Like we have not earned the right to just run the ball going into halftime here. There we go. The AI finally got wind of what I was doing. Took them long enough. There we go. Screw it. Send it. On to our last timeout at the 9. There we go. Blake Emerson out of the backfield. I believe that's his first receiving touchdown of the year. All right. Let's take a nice long drive, get back to the swing of things, score a touchdown, feel a lot better about ourselves against an opponent that, to be frank, we should be beating by like 20 points. And the fact that we're not is a bit annoying. We convert to 3rd and 3. Very good. Let's run the ball a bit here. And Alonzo Shepard with the touchdown. Extra point is good. That drive, folks, 14 plays, 70 yards, 9 minutes off the clock. New Mexico, though, is driving. It's 4th and 2. They're going for it, and they don't get it. We don't convert despite having great field position. Very disappointing. There we go. We convert 3rd and 5. The jet sweep works. We're in business, folks. Garrett Weaver runs it in for a touchdown. The way our defense is playing, that should be ball game. There we go. They force a fumble. We're back on offense. Arrington, I need you just to give me something, man. 11-yard run, that'll do. And we convert the third down. Let's just run it now bajillion times. Field goal is good. All right, so the backups are in for this last drive on defense. And they force a turnover on downs. All right. We beat New Mexico 24-7. I think it was looking shaky in that first half, but after that first drive that New Mexico had, or excuse me, second drive they had for a touchdown, they didn't score the rest of the way. I think not our cleanest game offensively. Emerson again just struggled mightily, but overall I'm really happy with that. Good work. Nice bounce back win. And now, here we go again. Let's see if UC is ranked. Because if they won their past two games, they might be. Ooh, Elliott Paul is hurt. I'll deal with that. No, they lost. All right. So Elliott Paul is hurt, and his catching is now set. Yeah, how long is he out for? 3 weeks. I'm, in all honesty, just going to make him inactive and give Harrison some more playing time. I think Ricardo Manning is worth it to keep in his spot. We'll see how that plays. All right. So we got the win. It wasn't the most exciting game, but still a decent amount of points for everyone. Looks like we are going to get Alex Hill, who has a cannon of an arm, but has nothing else going for him. So that is there for us. Also, something to keep in mind is because of our performances as of late, as we lock in a D-line commit, we're only averaging 393 yards per game in conference play when the coach wants 410. So we need to step up our game offensively here. So we have 3 remaining games on the schedule: Cincinnati, Texas Tech, who's struggling mightily this season, and then West Virginia to close. I expect to go 3-0. I think West Virginia and UC are going to be tough, but I think we got the team to do it. I think it's a question of, can our offense not make too many mistakes? The game is at Cincinnati. Why are you looking at a 2-star? Oh, he's from Hamilton. That would be why. All right, let's rock and roll. We won the toss and elected to defer, and an interception. Josiah Coker takes it all the way back to the 20. Very good. All right, we need to score a touchdown here. Take advantage of their mistakes. First and goal at the 3. Arrington runs it in. We're already up 7-0. Light work. Defense gets a 3 and out. We're looking good. God, the more we have success against other Big 12 teams, the more the UCF loss is just going to infuriate me. But that is what it is. We convert on 3rd and 4. Thank you. Blake Emerson with a 14-yard rush. Is that his longest rush of the season? I say half jokingly. Play action doesn't work, but we'll kick the field goal. Nothing doing there. Defense did an all-out blitz on 3rd and 6. Not too sure about that play call. They do hold them to a field goal in the red zone. All right, let's see if we can run the ball a bit. There we go, Maddox Lincoln. I really like Maddox Lincoln. He's been probably our most underrated offensive player this year. There we go. Defense gets a sack on third down. Very nice. All right, I need to stop with the RPO bubble screens. It's not worked. I feel like I'm averaging, I either get a 2 yard gain or like a 1 yard loss. And that's not good variance. Lonzo Shepard, 27 yards into the red zone. I will kick the field goal. I debated going for it there. My hope, honestly, was what the defense could get me a quick stop and I get the ball back. They do. The run, it wasn't really quick. The AI still is like, why are you in up tempo, you fool? There we go. I just want to see if we can at least get into field goal range. And Kirk is picked. And UC scores a touchdown. Well, that went from bad to worse, didn't it? Yeah. All right. Nothing there for us on that last drive. We do start with the ball, which is good, but man, that was a killer. Because we were about 15 yards there from field goal range. And instead, throw a pick, and UC scores a touchdown on the other end. Woo. Engage 8 beats the inside zone. UC does score the field goal, so we have a tie ball game. Oh, it's a big conversion on 3rd and 8. Thank you, thank you. Bubble screen doesn't work, and we punt. Defense gets a 3 and out. Our defense really deserves all their flowers right now. And Arrington goes backwards, color me shocked. It really is 23-yard conversion. Thank you, Alonzo. It really is insane because our offensive lineman is objectively better with run block than pass block, but we're having so much trouble running the ball. It's actually crazy. There we go. Arrington runs it in. Back up by 7, and defense gets a 3 and out. Okay, this is the drive where we put the game away. Great punt return by Solomon McFadden, 30-yard return. I think we're going to burn some clock. Uh-oh. Jet sweep killed us there. But the field goal is good, so we're up by 10. UC is responding, but we hold them to a field goal. Okay. Of course, let's just get to midfield so we can feel better about ourselves. There we go. All right. Now I'm just going to run the ball. We are going to run the ball. Arrington gets me 12, and Garrett Weaver runs it in. Extra point is good. Barring a miracle from UC, that's probably ball game as they fumble it to death. Oh, no. And remember, impossible to be a good sportsman against AI. So when in doubt, just run the ball a bunch. All right, that'll do. We win 30-16. Very good from our defense. UC had a really good day passing, but they couldn't run the ball to save their life. Arrington struggled. Emerson did good. Really happy with Kirk this game. Pretty good distribution for the wide receivers. I am a happy man. Christian was perfect on kicks. That Lou. You win. Oh, Ben Aggie is hurt. That's rough. Ooh, tight end commit. No, he goes to SMU. 2,000 points off. All right, fair enough game. Fair enough. We're up to 395. Man, I need to have like 500 yards of offense against Texas Tech. Like, that just is what is going to need to happen here. Without question. So Texas Tech is 1-9. Their only win, San Jose State, to open the season. They lost to Western Michigan and UMass. I mean, surely the coach has been fired by now. Like, surely. Surely. The Texas Tech job might be open for nah. Nah. I think unless an insane spot opens, I'm staying at Baylor. Though, isn't my contract even? Yeah, it's double locked. Okay. I'm here for next season anyway. Oh, that's funny. All right, Texas Tech, they got one win. We should win this game, and we need to have an insane offensive day. All right, I wouldn't have done engage 8 twice in a row, but so be it. Texas Tech is on the board. We're down by 7. The AI really has this infatuation with engage 8. And Connor Grace fumbles. Texas Tech recovers, and then they throw a pick. Oh, my God. 43-yard scramble. This game has had everything in the first 5 minutes of action. Okay, why? I said last game I'd stop calling RPO bubble screen. And here I am. 3rd and 3. I'm going to pass it, and if we don't get it, I'm going to go for it. All right, we got it. Cool. RPO bubble screen. Oh, it got us a touchdown. It's calling to me like the Green Goblin mask. There we go. Defense gets a stop. We are at our own 8, so I don't really want to take any deep shots. But you know what? Send it. Incomplete. All right. Oh, no, they muffed the punt. Oh, no. This is going to be the ugliest game of football anyone's ever seen. As Blake goes backwards. Great. Love that. And Kirk is picked. This game has been going on for 1 quarter. There's been an interception and a fumble on our side, and an interception and a punt return fumble on their side. And they get a big rush there, but they have to settle for a field goal. There we go. We convert to 3rd and 3. I must admit, the verts there was ambitious. RPO bubble screen gets me a yard. We're back. There we go. 2nd and 2. All the way to the 2-yard line. Arrington runs it in. We have the lead again. Sacked, but they make the field goal. Good for them. It's a decent field goal. You dare call timeout? Fools, as we get an 18-yard pass when we need 17 yards. But I appreciate you all stopping the clock for me. That's very nice of you. The AI still doesn't think I should be in up-tempo. Cool. Neat. Now it got the hint. Too little, too late. I need our defensive coordinator to get the hint that they just don't need to blitz. Because that's really the only reason Texas Tech is in this game. We're just going so blitz heavy that they're just burning us every time. 52-yarder, send it. And he makes it. He really only misses the short field goals. It's actually insane. All right, well, we start the ball start the second half, which is lovely. I am a little worried about how our defense is playing, but that is beside the point, as Arrington is just running it all the way. 12-yard rush for a touchdown. Let's look at that log really quick. So Emerson ran for 0 yards. Arrington was just mad at that point. 15, 14, 12 to get us the touchdown. Thank you, sir. All right, they punt. And McFadden fumbles. And then they fumbled. Good God, what an ugly game. Oh boy. What a hideous game. Yeah, sweep. It worked. Harrison Maligan. There we go. Alonzo Shepard touchdown pass. All right. And they return the kickoff 40 yards. Fair enough. The backups are now in. Let's see if we can get another cheeky score here for Pride. Oh no, the starters. Why are the. Oh, it's only the third quarter. I thought it was the fourth quarter. My mistake. I thought this game was so much closer to being over than it really is. Oh, this is. This could hurt. Yeah. RPO bubble screen went backwards. There we go. Alonzo Shepard touchdown. All right, now the backups are in. See if we can get some good work going here. Have a long drive. Ride off into the sunset. Or have a dropped pass and we punt. See, River? You want more playing time, but you dropped the third down pass. Just saying, bro. Just saying. They do get the score, but I don't think it's going to matter. If it does, then we're already doomed. Let it fly. No, boy. No, I'm not going to go for it. I'm going to punt it. You out of your mind? Oh, an interception. Come on, guys. I believe in you. I'm out. There we go. We've improved our third down rating. However, my quarterback is not getting the hint that we're trying to score here. You know what? Field goal it. Give me the points. All right. We beat Texas Tech 41-20. There's my 500 yards of offense I wanted. Very good. We ran it 42 times. Very good day from our running back room, but holy crap, was this a sloppy game of football. We had one interception, two fumbles. They had two interceptions, two fumbles, including one on punt return. That was just that was hideous. I'm glad we won, but my God, what an ugly game of football. Which, it's nice when you play that badly and still take it. Benaghi is back, but Peter Gross is hurt. No. All right. Well, with that win, also, we have now satisfied all three player promises, so we're going to get all of that integrity, which is nice. All right, we win. We're 7-4. Oh, TCU had their first loss. I didn't notice they lost to UConn. Dude, they're such a paper tiger. It's insane, and we couldn't beat them. Oh, that's frustrating. All right, so we're guaranteed a bowl game. That's the good news. Obviously, we're not going to appear in the Big 12 championship. Look at this. Just look at this. Like, Kansas State 9-2, they're ranked on a pretty good season. Iowa State, Kansas are 7-4. Meanwhile, in my division, TCU 10-1, UCF 9-2. Us, West Virginia, and Houston are all 7-4. Goodness gracious me. All I'm saying. Man alive. All right, we're currently averaging exactly 411 yards per game. So we need to essentially get exactly 410 yards to keep the offense expectation and our head coach happy. Everyone just remember that going forward. We still only have 2 commits this season, which is pretty worrisome. I'm a little nervous. How much in NIL have we spent? We've spent $8 million in NIL. I like how the AI for NIL literally just gives everyone their minimum offer. All right, West Virginia. They are 7-4, same as us. They lost to Kansas State, Kansas, TCU, and UCF. Yeah, so essentially you lost to the good Big 12 teams. Oh, they beat Houston though. How's Louisiana Tech doing this year? 6-5. Oh, and they started 2-4. Looks like they're doing okay though. Who do they got at QB? They got a new guy. Oh, they got two new guys. Interesting. Running back? Oh, Giovanni. Looks like he's doing okay though. Anyway, all right. Here we go. We're favored by 6.5 points at home. We have 10 recruits visiting today. I think winning, obviously the goal goes without saying, but we need to have 410 yards of offense in order to satisfy the coach goal. If the field position was a bit better, I'd go for it. But I don't think I can justify that. They go for it on 4th and 1. They don't get it. That's kind of hilarious. 3rd and 3. I'm going to pass, and if we don't get it, I'm going for it again. All right, we got it. Cool. And 38-yard run from Blake Emerson. Arrington runs it up the middle. 7-point game. Defense does an all-out blitz on 3rd and 8, and then gets a pick. That'll play. Incomplete. Let's try Hitches. There we go. Hitches really is just my bailout play, isn't it? Hey, we got him with the play action. Always good to burn a team on play action. 4th and 1. I mean, we're obviously going for it. We don't get it. Arrington goes backwards. Disappointing. I should have done a different run play there. But oh well. Henry Bowie, 22 yards. Walking into the red zone we are. There we go. Jet sweep gets us to the 3. And Alonzo Shepard, touchdown. Really good so far. And a strip sack. Very good. Our defense is tired of this. Another touchdown, 21-0. Well, that drive was looking so promising for West Virginia, and then it just died. There we go. We convert the 3rd and 2. With how well we're doing the rest of the way, I am so mad we lost to UCF. I should have gone for 2 in overtime. That's my lesson. Just go for 2. See what happens. 1st and goal at the 5. I'm going to flip to chew clock for 1 play. Then call a timeout. Go back to up-tempo. There we go. Arrington runs it in for a touchdown. Now they only have 10 seconds left. Nothing doing. Okay. Up 28-3. I think if we blow this, then we don't deserve to make a bowl game. Uh-oh. Big conversion on 3rd and 9. What's our yardage? We're at 300 yards of offense. So we are on track to smash the 400 that we need. That 0-yard rush doesn't help, but we convert the 3rd and 11. Folks, we're the team of destiny. We're really not. I think we're just a good team. There we go. Henry Bowie with the touchdown. 35-10. They punt. I am not doing curl flaps from my own 8-yard line. That has unfortunate safety written all over it. We punt. They punt also. Everybody's just punting the ball back and forth. Bung, 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 bung. The wide receiver quick was successful. All right, backups are now in offensively. We currently have hit the 400 yards of offense, which means we do have the head coach goal locked down, but it never hurts to keep, getting some yardage, getting some scores here. Connor Grace over the top for the touchdown. We are decimating West Virginia. Man, I mean, I figured we'd win. I didn't think it would be this much of a blowout. Duh. We punished. West Virginia, no score for pride. All right, we finished the season strong. 42-10. Big victory over West Virginia. They only had 13 minutes for time of possession. Great game from Kirk. Joyner was 4 for 4 with a touchdown. Good running game also. Very nice. Good day receiving too. A lot of guys had touchdowns. Beautiful. Beautiful way to end the season. 8-4 in year one. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. And no bad losses either. Ooh, Elliot Paul is back. Cool. So let's move him to active viewing. Yeah, I mean, really, we don't have any bad losses. Like, we lost to Bama. Who knew? Who they finished as the number 7 team in the country. They did kind of fade down the stretch, and they lost the Iron Bowl. Oh no. So they finished number 7. We lost to a 7-5 Houston team that at one point was 5-0. Wow, 4 overtime to beat. Wow, they really sucked down the stretch, huh? They needed 3 overtimes to beat Texas Tech, 4 overtimes to beat New Mexico State. That's crazy. And then we lost to TCU, who finished the year 11-1 and is playing in the Big 12 championship. And then finally, our last loss, the most infuriating, UCF. They finished 10-2. We should have beat them. The fact that we didn't is so upsetting to me. But so be it. 2 recruiting commits. Looks like we got an out lineman, Fernando Cornejo, who's a good pass blocker. Potential is a little low, but I can't complain. So be it. All right. Okay, we have a bye week, so I'm just going to advance through it. All right, here is your conference championship games. In the Big 12, it's Kansas State TCU. No other real surprising ones. Conference USA is Ball State 5-7. The MAC. God bless the MAC. All right, we do have our kicker of the future in Moises Anderson. That said, he's a 1-star B-. So that's only, slightly terrifying. We've only had 4 commits thus far. We are ahead on 14 players, but they're just not committing, which I'm not going to pretend to understand why in this game, especially the guys that you're 1,000 or above ahead. Like, come on. I feel like they should commit pretty instantaneously. Let's sim through conference championship week and see who we are facing in our bowl game. Kansas. Oh no, TCU lost. Oh no. Wait. Huh? I mean, we faced Mississippi State in the TaxAct Texas Bowl, which has a terrible name, but that's beside the point. Hold on. Oh, yeah, they did lose. Okay. Yeah, so TCU lost to Kansas State. So Kansas State is in the playoff. That's rough. So the buys: OSU, Georgia, Stanford, Florida State. Auburn against A&M, SEC showdown. James Madison is going to get killed by Wisconsin again. Kansas State gets Tennessee, and Maryland against Bama. 11-2 TCU misses out. 10-2 Penn State, Duke, UCF, and Clemson all miss out also. That's rough. All right. Looks like we have a decent amount of commits here. And 4 for 4. 3 of them on the defensive side of the ball. We also get a tight end in Liam Hilton, who it looks like is going to become a really good catcher and a decent blocking tight end. I like that a lot. All right, let's advance and see if any awards are coming our way. No. We did have an All-American on offense, and it was Alonzo Shepard. 95 catches, 938 yards, 12 touchdowns. As the redshirt senior is an All-American. Very good, sir. Very good. All right, now let's take a look at freshman team. I don't think we really had anyone that would be on the list. Nope, no freshmen. All right. Let's look at the Big 12. So first team all Big 12, Alonzo Shepard on offense, and that is it for the first team. Second team, Kirk makes second team, which is really good. A couple of linemen, Colbert and Meredith, make it. 21 pancakes, 1 sack allowed for Colbert, 13 pancakes, no sacks for Meredith. Defensively, Coker makes it. The safety, 4 interceptions, easy. Easy all Big 12 at that point. Coach of the year goes to 11-2 Kansas State's Jerry Overton. I think that's fair. Especially when they won the thing and made the playoff. All right. Decent showing of awards. Let's advance to the Mississippi State game. I'm excited. I think this will be a really good test to see how we do against, in theory, the best conference in football. But first, recruits. We get the linebacker, but we don't get either a lineman. Fair enough. All right, so we have 9 commits at the moment. And we're ahead on 9 of the... Auto recruit really is bad, isn't it? Like, I didn't expect it to be this poor, but like it is. Like, it's just not good. There's no other way around it. They don't recruit and commit the sheer number of players, not even quality. Quality, they're okay, but it's just sheer number. Like, I usually get probably anywhere from 20 to 23 or 24 recruit commits, and the AI is just consistently getting, like, let's assume for the purpose of the argument we get all 9. That's going to end up being 18 commits. That's just too low. But alas, who cares about what the AI is doing, because we have Mississippi State on the docket. They went 8-4 this season. Non-conference, they beat Purdue in double overtime, blew out Navy, and barely beat USF. Do they have any ranked wins? No. I don't think I'm that scared of Mississippi State. I mean, they beat number 3 Arkansas. Arkansas was number 3. Goodness. Imagine being Arkansas. You look up in week 8. You have a 6-1 record. You've beaten number 8 Michigan, number 3 Georgia, number 2 Auburn. Who's your loss to? Boston College. That's hilarious. That's a shame for Arkansas. Like, you could have had an all-time season, but you lost to South Carolina and Mizzou late as well. That's rough. All right. Well, we have met the coach goal. We have met the AD goal. We have met all of the 3 player promises that were made. And now, can we win a bowl game for the first time at Baylor in year 1? It'd be nice. So far in bowl games as a coordinator, I'm 2-1. See how we can do here. The spread, pick 'em. It's a pick 'em game. Game is in Houston, which would be what, like a 3-hour drive from Waco? Still much farther than much closer to Mississippi State, obviously, but still kind of funny. These teams have never played each other so far in this game. In the Texas Bowl, Kentucky beat West Virginia, Arkansas beat Kansas State, Florida beat Kansas State, Houston beat Florida. Let's rock and roll. Mississippi State wins it, and they defer the coin toss. Let's get this party started. Inside handoff, deep curls. Success. First down is ours. Send it. 3rd and 2, I'm just going to run it. There we go. Anton gets me 3. The jet sweep gets me 12. We're in business. Very clutch curl flats there. Oh, Blake Emerson fumbles. Is that his first fumble of the year? Yep. First fumble of the year, and it's in the bowl game. Defense gets a stop, though. Very good. All right, 3rd and 12 after the sack, and another sack. And Mississippi State has beautiful field position. And they get the touchdown off the RPO slant toss. What a call. Man. Yeah, not great from our offense so far. Fumble and then 4 plays and punt. Let's see if we can get a long drive going here. 2nd and 9. Let it fly. Didn't work. But on 3rd down it worked. And really, isn't that all that matters? Nah. We convert to 3rd and 3. Sacked again. We have to settle for a field goal. 3 sacks already. Oh boy. Good stop from the defense. I think actually, yeah, I'll stick it on normal and see if we can get some yards here. Nope, we punt. I mean, we're going to go up tempo and at least try to get in. Well, we're at the 5. Never mind. All right, we got a little bit of yards there. Let's try it. Oh, man. Ooh. 17-yard run. There we go with the 37. We got 2 timeouts left. There we go. We're at the 23. We're in pretty good field goal range. Solomon McFadden over the top touchdown. Who needs a field goal? All right. They do start with the ball to get the second half. Engage 8 failed. Now they fumbled. Everyone is fumbling today. All right. Get the ball back. And a 47-yard run from Blake Emerson. 3 runs later, we finally get in the end zone. Up by 10. Looking good. Defense gets a stop. Okay. I think if we burn a lot of clock here and get a touchdown, that should be enough to put the game away. 3rd and 4. I'm going to run it, and if we don't get it, I'm going to run it again. Well, I'll go for it. 4th and 4. Incomplete. No dice. All right, they get a field goal. My hope there, and that does look like kind of a silly decision to go for it given where we were on the field, but my argument there is if we get that, we're at midfield, we're driving, and we have a chance to burn an insane amount of clock, but just didn't convert. And Mississippi State settles for a field goal there. I really wish the AI would go for it more, like in those situations, because like it's 4th and goal from the 5, 3rd and goal to 3, 2nd and goal to 2. Like you had chances there to be aggressive and get the touchdown. Okay, 4-point game. If they score a touchdown, it's not looking great for us. We convert on the slants, which is huge, and Shepard gets us 14. Okay, we're in business. 3rd and 3, same idea. There we go. 31-yard pass over the middle to Connor Grace. Very good. I think a touchdown here, we win. And Blake Emerson runs it in. Extra point is good. 11-point lead, 4 minutes left, and an interception by Ishmael Daniel. That should do it, folks. We're just going to run the clock out now. Hit him with the play action. It didn't work. And Christian missed the field goal. You know what? It's fine. And there we go. All right. We beat Mississippi State in the bowl game. And honestly, it wasn't that close. I think the only reason this game was close is that kind of first stretch where in our first 4 drives we had a fumble, 2 quick punts, and then a field goal. I think that slow start is the only reason it's close. And then we scored a touchdown at the death in the first half. And our offense looked pretty good after that. I think the decision to go for it on 4th and 4 from our own 42, that's probably a bit silly and one that maybe I shouldn't have done, but oh well. We got the win pretty good. Lawrence Kirk was solid. I thought our running game was strong. Emerson had over 100 yards, I think, for, the only time this season. So good for him on that. And yeah, McFadden got a touchdown. Really good. And after those 3 sacks in the first quarter and a half, Kirk did not get sacked the rest of the game. Very good. We get the win. We finish with a 9-4 record overall, with a bowl win, 6-3 in conference. I call that a good season, especially because the year before this, Baylor went 4-8. So, insane. 9 recruiting commits. Let's just quick reveal all of them. Well, that's depressing. Only got 1. Nathaniel Brandon, who, don't get me wrong, looks like a really good linebacker in the making. Good tackler already. IQ is solid for a recruit. Very nice. All right. 9-4 finish. I'll take that. Let me advance one more week just to get all the bowl games in and see who is in the championship game. It is Georgia and OSU. Yeah, no surprise. James Madison got popped 54-0. They just stay. They're always ranked really high. They always make the playoffs and they always lose. It's just disappointing. Kansas State represent. They made it all the way to the semifinal. Good on the Big 12 showing. A couple classics in the playoffs, which is good. Georgia beat Bama in OT. Kansas State beat Tennessee probably at the death. Very good. Bowl games. How'd the Big 12 do? TCU beat Arizona. UCF lost to Clemson. We so should have beat them, man, in overtime. Oh, that's so frustrating. I am upset. Iowa State beat Iowa. Wow, Iowa State against Iowa in a bowl game. Fair enough. West Virginia beat North Carolina. Kansas lost to Oregon. No shame in that. Houston beat Jacksonville State. Good on Jacksonville State, 8-4. UC lost to Army in overtime. They went for two and didn't get it. That's hilarious. Respect though for going for two. Oklahoma State won. All right, pretty good showing from the Big 12. Pretty good showing. 7 recruits this time around, and we get one of them. Alberto Thomas looks like a really good JUCO safety. I'd probably move him to corner, but the AI doesn't change positions on their guys, so here we are. All right, let's get to the offseason year summary. OSU beats Georgia in the Natty 31-24 in a classic. Good for them. I think, yeah, 9-4 finish with a bowl win is objectively a good season. I think the only loss I'm annoyed at is UCF. I think losing to Bama and TCU, that's fine. We should have beat UCF. I think our defense just had their worst game of the season. And we should have gone for two in overtime, but we didn't. Here we are. We went 4-0 to close the season and finish really strong. I'm happy with that. I think objectively. Head coach opinion goes up by 5 because we. So I guess really 0. Yeah, 0 from the expectation results. So even though we were told to average 410 yards a game, we averaged 420. That meets the expectation. It doesn't change the results or the opinion. That seems a bit stupid. Anyway, but it gets a +5 from the AD and then a 10 since we exceeded the AD's expectation. Fan base passion still at a D plus. And then we got 9 integrity from the promises and the passive gain. Very good. Very good. I think overall, really good season. We finished ranked 22nd. Really good for us. I think I was especially happy with how Lawrence Kirk played. I think one of our question marks this season is, was Lawrence Kirk going to be the guy? And the answer, I think, is yes. If you compare his numbers to last year, he had, 54 more completions on 3 less attempts. His completion percentage went from 56 to a 70%. Yards were up again on fewer attempts. Touchdowns way up, picks way down. Yards per game were less, but also we had shoe clock on every game, so that is what it is. QBR was almost a 140. I got him involved in the running game, and I think it worked. 236 yards. He had 1 rushing touchdown, no fumbles either. I think Lawrence Kirk is our QB of the future for the next couple years. The good news about his overall being low and hasn't really gone up that much in 3 years is I doubt he goes for the draft after his junior year. So yeah, I think QB. I think we're pretty good. And Joyner did fine as a backup. 11 to 16, 142 yards, 3 touchdowns. No complaints from him his senior year. Running back, I think I am worried about our running game next season. I think Garrett Weaver is legit to the point where I'll have to promise him something to stay. I think it's worth it. But Blake Emerson's gone. I think he did okay this season. Arrington I like a bit more, but the problem we just kept running into with Arrington is like he would have games where he'd do nothing. Like 10 of 25, sure he got the touchdown, 9 of 25. He only had 7 carries against TCU, only 9 carries against West Virginia. Like, I think it was a fine backup, but it was not the most impressive two-headed dragon I've ever had. I think Garrett Weaver definitely the better third running back than Boston Henry. I think that has been officially decided. We're going to have to promise something to get Garrett Weaver to stay. We'll see how that goes. Braxton Barrett never touched the ball. He's obviously going to get cut as we make way for some of the younger guys to get reps. Wide receiver, I mean, this is the most like well-rounded wide receiver results I've seen in a while. We had our top guy, Alonzo Shepard, top wide receiver in the Big 12, first team All Big 12, first team All American, nearly 1,000 yards, 100 catches, 12 touchdowns. Come on. But then everyone else, like Connor Grace, 490 yards, 2 touchdowns, had a running touchdown. Maddox Lincoln, 430 yards, 2 touchdowns, 367, 3 touchdowns, and a return touchdown for Solomon McFadden. Elliott Paul had 300 yards. Ricardo Manning got 3 touchdowns. Like, very good. Very good receiving group. And we're losing Shepard, we're losing McFadden. But Grace, Lincoln are staying. River Reed is going to transfer, but that's fine. Get him off my team. That'll open up reps for some of the younger guys that we're excited about. I like that a lot. Tight end Henry Bowie, 29 catches, 301 yards, had a touchdown. Like, in an air raid, your tight end is never going to get involved that much. He didn't even get a target against Northwestern. Like, it is what it is, but I think he did well. Got the touchdown against West Virginia, and overall, really good tight end. Offensive line, I think kind of a mixed bag. We had a lot of sacks allowed. Like Julian Lewis allowed 6, same with Drake Newman. Chase Holloway, the converted tight end, admittedly, allowed 4. Ray Arnold with 3. 3 and below, I think, is fine. When you get in 4, 5, 6 territory, it's a little shaky. But we had a couple guys in second team All Big 12. I'm just really worried about our O-line next year because we're losing, 4 of our top 8 guys. Our run blocking is going to get worse, which is not a great combo with a running back room that is going to get worse. So I am slightly nervous about that. Kicking, Christian did really good. Like, there's, no real way around it. He was 22 of 24. He had 1 short miss, 1 medium miss. He made both of his long field goals. He was 44 of 44 for extra points. He was great. He was great. I'm a little surprised he didn't get any Big 12 kicker accolades or anything like that, but so be it. Punt wise, also solid. Really good. I do need to kind of make a decision at kicker if I want Rory Lane to be our kicker and to promise to keep him. I think I want to because, really, I doubt I'm going to find a kicker much better in the transfer portal. And even if there is, I have to depend on the AI to get the commitment since I can't do anything. But I think I'm going to promise Rory Lane the starting job next year and just hope the AI doesn't bring anyone in to ruin my plans. So, really good. I think 1 All-American, 5 All-Conference is about right. I'm a little surprised that Christian Elizondo didn't get any conference looks. Only 1 All-Conference wide receiver, but I think the downside of having 6 wide receivers all have multiple touchdowns and 300, 400 yards is no one guy besides Shepard did great. All right, let's look at coaching updates. 1 point, and I'm just going to put it into recruiting. Ooh, I get a new skill badge. All right, so we already have O-line development, protect the rock, and durability. I think I would like either. I don't like the miracle worker stuff, but there's no other skill badge that's really calling my name. Like Great Wall wouldn't be bad to give all alignment a +2 pass block boost, especially with the amount of sacks we had. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Let's do Great Wall. Let's get a little better O line in the passing game. I'll take that. Defensive coordinator, anything? Yeah, DeAndre Hendricks got 2. Good on him. Head coach also got 2. Fair enough. All right. Let's save and advance the coaching carousel. Obviously, we are not going anywhere. We have a double lock, so we are staying at Baylor for at least a second year. So just staying on our current deal. Pretty simple. Hendricks is also staying. So we're running back the same coaching staff, which is good. Any changes in the Big 12? UCF is a new head coach, as does Kansas State. They promoted the defensive coordinator there. And then TCU's DC left to be the head coach of Rutgers. All right. So a couple new head coaches. Any retirees? The head coach of UCF and Kansas State both retired. Fair enough. Good on you guys. Okay. Now we move on to the sad part. No players are leaving for the draft, which is good. However, we have 21 graduating seniors. Let's go through the list. Quarterback, backup QB Trent Joyner is leaving. He did okay as a backup. No real complaints. I think if he had to start a game or two, we would have been fine. Wish him all the best. Both of our top running backs, who I kind of spoke about before. I think Emerson was, I think, a better running back on paper, but I think Arrington just did better. And it kind of led to neither of them doing too great with us this year, but overall, really good careers here at Baylor. We will definitely miss them next year. Wide receiver, Alonzo Shepard, All-American, All-Conference wide receiver, almost 2,000 yards in his Baylor career. Solomon McFadden, who we transferred in this season, got the kickoff return for a touchdown, did really well for us. And then Harrison Maligan, who unfortunately just never played. Like, these are the kind of players I would like to see transfer more often. Like, realistically, he's sitting here as a sophomore, 74 overall, not playing. Like, go be like a third or fourth wide receiver at like a Conference USA or a MAC school. Because he doesn't even have the loyalty tag. But either way, he had 1 carry, 16 yards, and then 5 catches for 30 yards. We salute him. But yeah, I think wide receiver, obviously losing Shepard sucks. But I like our wide receiver room. I think we're looking okay. Tight end, we're losing our top tight end, Henry Bowie, who we're going to struggle to replace, I think. And then a backup tight end, Luis Isaac, who had a handful of catches. Nothing really doing there. Offensive linemen, this is going to be painful. We're losing our top 2 linemen, Meredith and Colbert. Brinkley and Chase Holiday were solid sort of depth back end of the starting lineup guys. Converted tight end, Chase Holiday. And then obviously we're losing our kicker, Christian Elizondo. I think was really, really good. I'm still a little confused how he didn't win any kicking honors, but so be it. So be it. Defensively, though, it looks like we're staying pretty intact. We're losing a couple D linemen. Peter Gross leaving us sad. Few linebackers, no corners, and all conference safety. Oh, we're losing Josiah. That's a shame. But those are the players leaving, and now let's see who all went to transfer. I think my last count was 9 players wanting to leave in the portal. We'll see if that number changed any. Hope it's not too many. Oh, huh. It's 0. I don't really know how that can be because in the coach's office, yeah, it had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players. Then here it's 0. Interesting. I mean, I'm not going to complain. It is what it is, but also kind of weird. So in terms of cuts, we are only at 65 scholarships. So, like, I don't want to cut that many because we just won't have a full team. I do want to, I think honestly, Braxton Barrett, I may just move to wide receiver, but he can barely catch either. And so that's gonna hurt him a bit. I'm not gonna cut Braxton Barrett. I will though make a note to move him to wide receiver. Even if he's like our 7th or 8th wide receiver, he can't run. He has 53 ball security. What do you want from me, people? And there's really no one else like, yeah, because no one down here has really terrible potential. And I don't really want to cut any O linemen because, like, I'm going to need all the help I can get. So, really, it's a question of do I want to cut Barrett? And I think I'll just move him to wide receiver and see what happens. All right. Somehow, 0 out of the 11 players want to transfer. I'm not quite sure as to why, but okay. And then I'm not really going to cut anyone. Like, we're probably going to have a lot more wide receivers than usual, but that's fine. D line, defense I can't touch anyway. O line, like maybe Jesus Cowan, but there's always a chance his potential gets better and he grows. He's only a freshman. Okay, well, that was the easiest player transferring section ever. Neat. So we have 6 million in NIL outstanding to recruits right now. Boy, oh boy. See if any players went in the draft. I doubt it, but you never know. There could be a team that looks at one of my, looks at Shepard and he's like, hey, I'll take him in the 6th round. Damn. 2 players from Baylor selected. Aye, Shepard was drafted in the 3rd round. Good on you. Hayden Meredith goes in the 7th. Any of my former players at Louisiana Tech get drafted? Isaiah Roberson. Nice. Very good. Hall of Fame inductees, Ring of Honor inductees. That is that. Okay. And thus begins the transfer portal. I refuse. No, don't. Well, now I'm glad I didn't promise the backup he'd be the starter because the AI is bringing in a starter. That said, we haven't offered him yet. Really wish we would because he looks like a phenomenal kicker. Did he play at Utah? Yep, he was their starting kicker. And he wants to win, and Utah went 5-7 back-to-back years. All right, but that is actually where I will end this episode a little bit early, but I think I'll get through transfer stuff off screen because there's literally nothing I can do with it. I can't offer NAL. I can't move. I can literally do nothing. Um, so then I'll come back next episode on signing day. We'll kind of talk about who all we got, where the team looks like, and go from there. But thank you all for watching. I think overall a very successful year one at Baylor. I mean, we went 9-4, won the bowl game, and I think are looking like a pretty talented team in the Big 12. And I think I'm at the point where, after this next season at Baylor, if we get offered some head coaching jobs, we can maybe take a look at them. Because so far, we only were offered I think it was Kennesaw State job after our third year at Louisiana Tech. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But hey, I like sort of where we're at. We were in Conference USA for 4 years, made the jump to Big 12, and so far looks like we're handling it pretty well. But I thank you all for watching. We're back in the swing of things in terms of streams. We're getting multiple streams out this week, both of this series and the Colorado Rockies rebuild on Out of the Park baseball. So really excited for that. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.